Red then.
No. Just talk to the lads about the slow readers incident. They're just a little bit worried about my driving, but we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Whoa. Yeah. So you're progressing as a band. The stages are getting bigger. The shows are getting bigger. What are the people going to expect? I'm hoping to get it out just before the Birmingham show, this video. So what are the people going to expect from Birmingham, Glasgow, the Reyt in Manchester? That's nearly sold out now. So what are people going to expect from these bigger shows?
The unexpected.
The unexpected.
Yeah, we thought about it a great deal. We're just trying to find as many ways as possible to add a visual and just get as many senses involved in the show as possible.
So is that big tellies, screens, that light shows?
Light
that kind
show,
yeah.
just the whole production value.
Yeah.
We've tried to open.
Are you hands-on with that yourselves, or do you let other people deal with that?
We're very much in control of that creatively. Yeah. So
we did want to see each screens, didn't we? But it wasn't quite in the budget.
Okay.
But it's our necks on the lines if it all goes to shit. So.
Right, fair enough.
Well.
You just been to South by Southwest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, what went on there then?
Oh, well,
Tell us some stories about that, because I can just imagine.
You can take the boy out of Yorkshire, but you can't take the Yorkshire out of the boy.
Why? Go on then.
Oh, we just got ridiculously drunk.
Did you?
No. It was well worth doing. We went over there with obviously expectations, and it was very different to how we perceived it in our minds, but not in a bad way. There was a lot of British industry over there.
Yeah.
So we were expecting playing to a room full of Americans, and we did on the second night, to be fair, but the first night was pretty much exclusive British industry, so it can be quite daunting when you're faced with 40-year-old greying men who are just tapping the foot, and it's hard to bounce off of that.
Yeah, sure.
But apparently we played a good show, so we've got no truck with that. But in terms of taking it over to America, we played 2 additional shows, as well as acoustic shows, and had a camera crew follow us around.
Cool. Any silly moments that went on? Anything that you're allowed to talk about?
Oh well.
As lads, any just funny, just lads on tour type of thing.
We went to Dallas the day after.
Yeah.
And then I watched some ice hockey and got absolutely battered.
The margaritas, yeah.
Nice.
Tom tried to climb an escalator backwards.
Yeah.
And it didn't go well.
We nearly ended up in a fist fight as well, Matt.
Yeah.
Because one of us wanted to go to New Orleans, one of us wanted to go to San Antonio.
Right.
Given the fact that New Orleans was a 9-hour drive.
Okay.
So in retrospect,
San Antonio one.
And how far was that?
That was like 4 hours, 3 hours. 3 hours, I think.
No, it's close, is it? Yeah.
No, nothing's close to that.
And what else? You passed out in a lift?
Oh yeah, just stupid shit, man.
Wasn't that interesting to outside?
Yeah.
Just you had to be there.
Oh, there was a time with so the second night, the American sound guy was right. I've got one rule: don't climb on my fucking speakers. I'll cut you off.
Right. Okay.
All right, no worries. Of course, we had to test that.
Yeah, of course.
The last song.
Do you practice a little bit while you're sound checking to see what you can climb on?
No, there was no sound check. There's no.
Oh right,
no
okay. You just turned up and played that.
That's what was very difficult about the shows.
Yeah.
So the last song we climbed on the speakers.
Yeah.
As was clearly pointed out to us and explained to us, lights went off, sound went off.
Oh, it happened.
It happened. Luckily, Charlie and obviously Matt's a loud drummer anyway. He's like a fucking shed builder. But Charlie was plugged into it. It wasn't linked into the PA, which is the sound system, so we could still get a bass on. I had to. Whilst
so
our sound engineer was, nearly at fisticuffs with the.
With their sound. Your next left.
Next left, yeah.
Not this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cheers, mate.
You'll be driving into a swimming pool if you go left.
Oh God.
Yeah, so then we plugged into an analog amp and carried on. Yeah, it was great. The audience was.
So, like the festival environments, do they like bring a little bit of extra like fun to it all? Just being around other bands and the different circumstances. Because I noticed when you start doing your festivals, you're playing with Noel Gallagher and that kind of stuff later this year. So does that give you more excitement to festivals, or is it your own shows that makes you, I don't know, more excited?
Yeah, they're two very different entities. Your live shows that you do yourself, I don't think you can ever surpass that for what it is. But in terms of exposure at festivals, and like you say, that sort of camaraderie that you have between other bands. Avalanche Party are a favourite of ours
Yeah.
too.
Amazing, man.
Sort of pair up with at festivals. So yeah, I don't know.
You guys, festivals,
yeah, I feel like-
let loose, and just fucking have it.
I think that's maybe the thing with it. There's a bit less pressure on them, and they are that kind of opportunity just to kind of impress people in a sense, you know, and just have a bit of fun.
Find new,
You know,
you're just finding new fans, I suppose.
Of
Festivals,
course,
aren't they? Is
yeah.
that the main thing about it?
Play the hits.
Yeah, like I say, and obviously, there's, you know, when you kind of the pressure aspect to it is obviously decreased.
Because I can just remember Sam's picture of you stood on that festival, that iconic picture. I can remember seeing that and thinking, that's a fucking good photo.
Yeah.
So that from Leeds, that?
It's a good feeling as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Roots, yeah.
So when you're on the massive stages, is that ever intimidating to you, or do you just take it in your stride? You appear to just, to me, just from this little chat, that you just take it in your stride, and
Yeah, I think you just got to take the bigger stages just the same as you would any stage, and just play just your set and just how you do it, kill it.
Yeah, I think we got some great advice. That a show's never bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
And when you think about it like that, then just do your thing, and it'll come. So when you think about it too much, then that's where shit starts to get a little weird.
Have you met any of your heroes backstage and that kind of stuff, or any
Miles
amazing
Kane
stories
was,
of
really
Miles Kane?
cool. Yeah, Miles Kane was one of the nicest people we've met in such a seemingly cutthroat industry.
Yeah.
He's championed us, which just came out of nowhere, so that was pleasant. Jimmy Mac,
of course, the legend.
A few shows.
Jimmy Mac every time, just starstruck.
Shagging.
Shagging.
I've known Jimmy years. It's just
Eyes on the road.
if you could bottle enthusiasm for bands and music and that kind of stuff, you can't get anybody better than Jimmy, can you?
He single-handedly runs the Doncaster music scene.
Yeah, he does.
Quite
Yeah.
incredible.
Well, that's another important thing about touring. Behind a comfortable tour is a good, competent tour manager that can, it can get rough on the road sometimes. So when you have a tour manager that anchors it all in, they're the unsung heroes, really. So
Yeah. Well, how old are you now? 20, 21?
21, 22.
Yeah, you can't be arsed with all the boring stuff. You just want somebody else to sort all that, don't you? Like the logistics of how you're going to get places and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but being cramped in a van as well, you need someone to
Not drink.
give you a clip round the ear when you're being an arsehole.
Good, Lazat.
You're near the Ritz here, actually.
Oh, yeah.
You carry on and you'll come
Oh, cool.
to Gorilla. Gorilla's on your
Gorilla's
right.
under one of them arches, isn't it? We're back from Fallowfield, back into the heart of Manchester. Are you nervous about the show on Saturday at the Ritz?
Relatively. Yeah,
Left
it's,
of it.
It'll be about an hour
No,
before we
straight
go
down,
on.
mate.
Oh, wait, there we go.
yeah. I don't know.
I think we've not played for so long. It's a bit.
What's it old, this place?
1,500.
500.
Yeah.
So what's the best thing about being a blinder then? If we go through you all, what's the best thing about being a blinder in today's cruel world?
Not having a 9 to 5
Yeah?
job. Yeah. I'd have jumped off a North Bridge in Donny long
Yeah.
ago.
How do you find that though? Because some people struggle with not having a bit of structure in their life. I know you're only young, but when you're a little bit older and you don't have that thing that you've got to do every day.
I think what a band provides is purpose, and we're obviously all creative people, so without that purpose and without that, we've always had that drive from kids, otherwise we wouldn't be doing this.
Sure.
So I think that's one of the reasons why we've taken it so far, really.
It's a bit difficult when you come off tour, for example. You kind of got that routine on tour, but
the time off can be unbearable.
Yeah. But like I say, now I've had this kind of rehearsal room, and we sort of do it 3 days a week, and it has sort of started to formulate a bit more of a structure, you know, and rather than just kind of rehearsing.
Do you find yourself as creative people just like thinking about doing painting and that kind of stuff?
I bought an easel
Have
and
you?
canvas and oil paints, and I'm yet to pick it up.
Right, just still in corner
It's
house.
sat in the corner of my room. Yeah, I can't afford the brushes. It's been sat in the corner of my room. I think if you treat it as work as well,
Yeah.
get up, get out of bed, and actively go out your way and just write. Then go and watch telly and have something to eat. Come back and write.
How do you write?
In terms of.
Do you just have a bit of inspiration and think I just need to get out of the house, or do you specifically go to a coffee shop and just have you put your head down, have a coffee somewhere, or
it can come in multiple ways, really. I mean, how I write personally is I'll have a scrapbook where the back page will be full of interesting phrases, buzzwords, or a title of a song that I want to work on. For example, I picked up the phrase "something wicked this way comes," and then something as daunting as a title like that. You then just spiderweb around it with lyrics, and you know, one thing leads to another, and you have a song really. But
is that in like? Have you got an office in your house, or do you,
no,
do you go out and do it?
Just a small computer space with. And then, but Charlie, you like going to coffee shops, don't you?
Yeah, I usually like a bit more stream of conscious. I'm not very good at sort of rewriting stuff, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Or even like coming back to things really, so usually if I get an idea I kind of have to do it on the spot, you know? So wherever that may be. But I do like to try and get out of the house and try and look for inspiration and do a bit of people watching somewhere and try and write, you know, try and write in that way.
And the second album, how's that bubbling?
Very well. We've probably been writing more than we ever have currently, so we've been working on the new material from about June last year. So we're well on his way with we've got more than enough for a second album. It's just whether we want to take it together further and write additional songs.
The
more you write, they always say that the next song that you write is always better than the previous, so by that logic just continue to write. So.
Brilliant. So lads, it's an absolute pleasure to have you joining me in this little car of mine today.
Alright.
How are we doing? You alright?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it?
Very well.
Cheers lads.
Yeah, very much.
I'm coming down.
To see the old house as well.
Yeah, cheers mate. I'm coming down on Saturday. I'll be there at the Reyt, spurring you on. Just enjoy it, enjoy the rest of your careers in a band. You're just going from strength to strength, and it's an absolute pleasure to join you and to support your progression in this industry, which is the hardest industry in the world, and you're having a good go at it, and it's just great to see. So Blinders, cheers guys,
Thanks
again.
Man.
Cheers guys,
Thank you very much.